morning, everyone. My name is Bianca, and I'm here to present a project group about the Edge radio station, the company we chose to make a case study. And in this paper, e-business in digital age, we're going to talk about some of the features and some of the tools utilized for this company to be in business as a radio station. To start, we have some subjects about this. So the business classification, if it's B2B, B2C, or what kind of business the edge is inserted, the marketplaces mechanisms and tools. So roles of managing information, retailing in business, and business security and fraud protection. All this about the Edge radio station. So as some of you already know from previous project presentation, this company is a youth-oriented New Zealand radio network. So it's a New Zealand company, radio station run by Media Works, and it was established in 1994 in Hamilton, and now it's placed here in Auckland, but it has more than 20 different frequencies all over New Zealand and also online, so the reach is global. It operates in several channels and also has about 424,000 listeners all over the country and all over the world. Now that with the e-business in digital era, the reach is even bigger. It's global. So for this company, we have a few types of classifications. In this paper we study 4, but there's others. So I'm just going to talk about excuse me. Yeah. So the types of e-business or e-commerce in this case. B2B. I'm sorry about the technical issues, is the cable. We have B2B, business to business, business to consumers, consumers to administrator, business to administrator. It can be also classified like government. So people, the business also do business with government and institutions, public institutions. So that's why those two are here: business and consumers, and consumer to business and consumer to consumer. The radio station, they don't sell any product per se. They have free broadcasting, either on the TV that they have, the Edge TV, also on the Edge radio. So they are business to consumer and also business to business, because they make business with other business to sell banners, ads, and make a partnership. So they are selling to business, advertising, and space on their web page. The business model, the structure of the company. So for this kind of business, this is the website they have, the online business they have is this one. So in this one, they have the revenue model. So in the revenue model, they have online direct marketing too. And the revenue model, they have advertising model, subscription, affiliation model, transaction fee, and sales model. So the Edge, they don't have the sales because they are not e-commerce. They are offering a free service and they broadcast this free service. So they are not profiting directly from it. They profit when the audience comes back and when the other business are interested on selling their ads and be with the radio, so they sell this, but not directly on the website. So they don't have like the click, send to the cart, make payment. They don't have this kind on the website. Also, so they use the advertising one. It's the one they use from revenue model. The subscription, some companies use this as a business to make revenue, but in the case of The Edge, they don't do it. They have subscription, but it's free. It's only for newsletter. So the listeners and the audience can be updated about the shows and everything. Transaction fee also they don't have because they don't make any kind of financial transaction on the website, so they don't have affiliation with financial payment methods. When they have, for example, to sell events tickets, they have a third part doing it. Another company, they have another company that sells the tickets, and there's also the affiliation mode. They can make affiliation with other companies and do some kind of business. So they use revenue, they use online direct marketing, but they don't use electronic payment systems. It's for large companies that buy in bulk, so they don't use those kind of things too. They don't have marketplaces also because they're not doing business like intermediary customers and with other companies and other customers, so they don't do it. But in other hand, they have the viral marketing. They use videos, they make campaigns, and they make all kinds of things that the intention is always to become viral, because as they use scandals and celebrities and everything to promote entertainment to people, the intention is always to be viral. So as we saw yesterday on the other paper, they had a campaign that went viral and was worth winning an award of marketing campaign. So in the entertainment kind of business, viral marketing is always a target. So it's just to show a little bit, advertising here, it's too small, but here is the display of marketing they sell for. So they show here the prices for banners, small ones on the side, on the top, links. They also make paid articles. So they make, like Burger King has a new burger and everything. They make the article and then put on the website. So all the prices they have on their website. You go on Media Works and you can find everything they sell about marketing and advertising. Subscription, I put here their subscription just to show how it works. So they can link with Facebook, but it's not in exchange of revenue. It's just to show the model that they use. It's very simple. You just put your name, email, interest, and things like this, so they can send you news. About the benefits of being only business, so it's more comfortable because it's easier. You can do it from everywhere, so it's not so you don't have to go to a place every day to be doing this kind of business. You can do from your home office. You can have like a office with everyone on it without needing every single different position, have one or different office or many studios anymore. So it's more comfortable. Like on COVID, the announcers could make the transmission from their own home with their own equipment. So it's comfortable, convenient too, because it's enough if you have your equipment. You can do it everywhere. It's less costly to rent a place, to build a studio, to buy even more expensive stuff to make the show happen. Flexible, because especially because of the time. So it's 24/7 online, and if it's morning here and it's night somewhere else in the world, people will still be listening to it. And 24/7, so the shows that were broadcast before, they can hear later. Doesn't matter the time. They don't need to be like, oh, I need to listen to this at this time, otherwise I'm gonna lose. No, it's recorded there, it keeps there, so it's flexible. Cost effective. Cost effective because they don't need to have many studios as they have. For example, a radio have the live ones and the recorded ones, shows. So now they can just have one studio to make it. Don't need to have more than one for different shows. Like before, you have to have a space, and you can do it from home now. Even the announcers, they can record all the spots, all the things from their home, and send and keep storage online. And other people are going to use it and make the program with all the spots and everything without needing everyone having to have a computer space and everything. Security too eliminates also geographic boundaries. So before you had the frequency, and this frequency was just local, but now online you have the whole world. You can just click on the link and it will be broadcasting the shows online from anywhere. And transaction costs, because they don't need many studios, as I already told you, for different shows. The limitations, we have a few. So security and integrity is an issue. Purchase and delivery for them is not an issue because they don't deliver any product. They don't need time for it. It's instant. Intangibility, radio was all intangible, so it's not going to be an issue for him. But in general, for other businesses, it is. Especially if you buy a product, you want to touch, you want to see before you buy, and to test and everything. The business cannot participate on online and e-commerce business, so some sectors cannot. But for the radio station, it's completely appropriate to be online. It's easier and it's faster for them to be online. So for some companies, not being able to have an online business, for example, if you ride a horse, you cannot like be riding a horse online. It's not the same. So that was the only one that I thought.
The trial of the horse experience.
You cannot ride. Yeah.
But it was virtual riding though.
Yeah, but you need to be on the horse. You need to control it. So also there are some cybersecurity threats too. So there are limitations too for malware, social engineering, spam, data leakage, denial of service. If you lose your phone, you lose your life because your wallet is there, your password is there, your bank is there, your supermarket is there. So this is a limitation. Physical security attacks and external hacking also is a threat for cybersecurity and becomes a limitation. The impact of a business for this specific company, it's good. The impact is they grew even more, they expand even more. So again, the purchase and delivery doesn't happen for them. Momentary intangibility, sensorial, and competition, because everyone can have a radio station now from home. You just need a computer, a transmitter, and you put the link. You need a host in an online cloud, whatever, and you can put for everyone, advertise online for free. So competition, it's a big impact for them because now they have a bigger rank to fight for. Just here a little bit of the statistics about New Zealand's radio rank. So they have 83% of New Zealand population over 10 years old listen to radio weekly. The commercial radio, 77% of New Zealand population listen at least 76 hours per week, so it's a lot, but they really want to increase the time of listening. That's another KPI for them. So the age and also the time, the average time people spend listening to radio, and also their cumulative audiences by age. People like 10 to 17, 18 to 34, so the time they most listen is in the morning when they're going to work or having breakfast. Listen to commercial radio on work days, and during the weekends, 61% of people are listening. The major drivers of the business for the radio is provide efficient and effective business transactions. For this business, they are already inserted on the digital area. So they are media. They need to be transforming every time, so they will keep up to it all the time. So as I was telling all of you yesterday about TikTok, they are adapting. So no one thought that the radio would be making small videos for TikTok, and they have a page and they feed it all the time. So they are adapting to it, and this is a big major that makes the company grow. Provide global reach for selling, buying, finding business. So they can have partner business everywhere in the world because the radio is online too. So if someone in other country wants to make an advertising on the radio, they can do it too, online. Conduct business anytime. This is another big impact because before we had like working hours, the announcers need to be there on working hours to record the shows. Now they don't need, they can do anytime at home and send and enlarge everything and put online. And dissemination of information more rapidly is another impact, another major driver. And now Marina is gonna continue the presentation, and any questions?
We'll ask together to the group. Please keep putting your questions to us.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Touch it.
Hello everyone, my name is Marina. I will continue our presentation. So, marketplace mechanism and tools. We have website, and of course we have different parts. So customers, we have two types of customers for the H radio. First of all, it's listeners. The important for the radio station, and second part is advertisers who will advertise using website, and radio, making audio advertising. Sellers, just unique seller, it's the H radio. They have owner, it's Media Works. Media Works create and making rules for they have 13 radio station. It's a big multimedia company in New Zealand, and the H is just small part from them. And so for advertisers, they can use how Jan has said, banners. They have banners. They have. I will show you the next slide. They have promotion like articles, and they have search engine inside, and they have small news about local brands or world name brands, and they have social media. We can find it in web page and in social media as well. So product and service. They have shows. It's main products for the H radio. They have they are participating the rover. It's an application, and in the rover they have 3 channels. Main radio, the H radio. They have hit TikToks, top 40, and they're making different type of advertising for different channels, because, for example, hit TikToks just for new generation, so they're making audio advertising for new generation. The H radio, main radio, they're for everyone. It's audience 18 to 39. So they're making other. Sometimes they're making the same advertising, sometimes different. And infrastructure, they have website, they have a live TV, they have online radio, they have application, they have social medias, and front end and back end. So we can't find information about back end, but we know they use informational system and transactional system, and of course, we can see from the website and application, they update every time and making some more use-friendly website. Intermediaries, so they have owner, it's a MediaWorks multimedia company, and they have partnership. It's a radio station and TV channels like 3, Bravo, and More FM. They are partnered with the H Radio. Yes, Sophia, thank you. In the website we can find different parts, so electronic catalogs, but it's not like regular electronic catalogs with different types of products. It's a more like news, and we can choose and pick some search engine working just for news. And here, for example, you can see it's if you want to find, for example, something for something like Burger King, you will find news about Burger King. But if you want to find, for example, some song or something, you can't find it. You will find just news about this song or about celebrities or something like that. So payment gateway not for listeners, just for advertisers. And Bianca already showed they have open information about advertising. You can buy audio advertising, you can buy banners, you can buy posts, you can buy news or articles. And the H website is a private electronic marketplace, so it's like a marketplace but for advertisers. They are making it's a market for advertising. This. So different types of portal. They have corporate portals, and it's like intranet with rules and with schedules and everything. Publishing portals, we can see it's a website, and they have social media connection with website, and each show they have we can say like one small website inside a big one. So personal portals, they don't have now they're collecting information like Bianca said already. There you can just add your name, surname, your interest, and that's it. Maybe in the future they will do something with this information and with these personal portals. Mobile portals, we can say they adopt for mobile phone. You can use, it's very convenient for listeners, and they have part of ROVA. ROVA is an application, so they have inside the ROVA they have mobile portals. And voice portals, if you will call to studio, of course, you can hear this voice portal. They will ask you some information. They will tell you some rules about if you will speak, and if you they will record you for some shows. Yes, next. So here option benefits and limitation. Right now they don't have electronic option for listeners or for advertisers. Maybe we can suggest for them it. So we can see this average cost to reach 1,000 people for advertising. So newspapers will be $32, magazine $20, and radio $8. So for auction, we can suggest for them start to do it, like for example Google Ads do that for different keywords. but I think the H radio are not so popular like Google, so for them,
They didn't have products for it.
yeah, so for them it will be very difficult. And so for limitation, we can say obviously everyone will choose cheapest price if they will can afford, but it's nothing about quality, it's nothing about something specific what can offer the age radio. Please next. So rule of managing information in organization. So we can see, I want to show you this statistic. It's very interesting because we can see trends. For example, here it's 2013, 2018, and we can see this digital, how it's growing. And obviously, for example, if we will see for radio station, maybe before it was very important to be everywhere, like main office in each city, and they're very proud they have 18 different cities, but now they have online radio and they can be everywhere. And if we can see statistic from traffic, we can find people from Canada, we can find people from Russia, we can find people from different countries. So here we can see other statistics, 2014, 2018. So TV, radio, it's in New Zealand. TV, radio less, so it was 83, now for TV, 83% daily reach of all media in 2014, and right in 2018 it's 60%, and radio it was 67%, and 2018 55%. What we can say, for radio it's a big challenge. They can create something interesting and more, what can I say, something new for customers, and of course digital to find new people, new audience, and be interested for them. And we can see here it's social media statistic in New Zealand, September 2020, Facebook is 67%, Pinterest 14%, Twitter 11%, YouTube 2%, Tumblr 1%, and Instagram 1%. So the age they're using Facebook, and they don't use Pinterest, so for them maybe more important be there. And okay, thank you. Next. Types of information system. So we have transaction processing system, decision support system, and knowledge management system. So for transaction processing system, they are collecting all information about listeners. Even you can see 400 calls per day. So how many people try to call them, how many people listen there, and how long they listen, and who they. So decision support system they have, they are collecting data, they compare different stations, what's good for them, what's bad for them, and from this type of information they decide about what campaign they can create and what they will do in the future. And they have knowledge management system, we can see as well, and can be part of that. So they have case study, and we can see in media works different case study from different channels and different radio station. And for example, for the H radio, it it was campaign about Camp Age. It was, of course, this safe house, and it was good campaign with 2 degrees. Next, please. So, role of knowledge management and ethical consents for radio. They can have serious problems with that, and because they have social media, they have a lot of people around. The biggest ethical challenges facing the H radio, it's accounting. So few years ago in New Zealand, it was a big scandal with radio station. They create some, I don't know, it's like books with fake information about revenue. So it's a big scandal for industry, not just for radio station. So of course they have social media in creating critical situation in discussion or comments, because it can be like a snowball, and they have to control it, and they have to think about that. And harassment and discrimination is creative promotion. Again, it was few years ago in New Zealand. They use some wrong message, not the age, some radio station. And for advertisers, it's very important. They have to think before, of course. And health and safety and expose of listeners and potential advertisers. And technology security, how already Bianca said, it's very important because they have a lot of information about listeners, and for example, they open this information for advertisers, and advertisers can use it maybe like some wrong way. Speak, please. What happened? What did it do? Okay, last not least, it was about modeling and designing informational system. So mostly companies, especially media companies in New Zealand, they're using SDLC, prototype and kill methods. And our company, we suggest, and we're thinking they're using Agile because they have a lot of benefits, and it's quality improvement, focus of business value and develop value, focus on users, listeners and advertisers, of course, cost, and early and predictable delivery. They can check earlier and suggest for some issues and predict and fix this problem.